Hey everyone, this is Randy. Welcome to this edition of E3 Minutes for Life. Appreciate you joining me today. I'm standing here on 4th Street in Louisville, Kentucky, and what you see behind me is a street venue. It's this whole area is blocked off here. It's called 4th Street Live. They have something similar to this in a lot of different places. But what this is, I got here to my hotel, which is about a block down, last night about 10:30, and this place was full. Live music going on, super loud out here, people walking everywhere. And now here we sit this morning, and there's nobody. I mean, there's 10 people within my eyesight now. And what I realized last night, as fun as it was, and as loud as it was, and as exciting or as energetic as it was, right now it's dead. And it made me realize, people are what create the atmosphere. And in your organization, people create the atmosphere. People create the culture. People create the vibe. I know that this name can be somewhat polarizing to some folks after transpiration of events over the last few years, but Meyer had a book called Above the Line, and in that book, one of the statements he made was, culture eats strategy for breakfast. In other words, we can make all the plans we want. We can do a long-range strategic planning. We can put together a vision statement. We can do a mission statement. We can do whatever we want in that way, but the people are what create the culture. And so just look at your organization and see, how are we doing as far as interpersonal communication? How are we doing as far as letting people feel like they're a part of something bigger than themselves, more than just a cog in the wheel, more than just a number on HR's payroll system? And when we look at that, how do we communicate well together? How do we work together? What do we do to make the teams function well together? Other than just pushing process or pushing system, what are we doing to make sure that they can feel like they are a part of the culture? Because again, they're creating it. Whether they're assertive or whether they're quiet, whether they're an introvert or an extrovert, whether they're a high producer, low producer, they're contributing to that culture. And so when you add up all those ingredients, that's what creates the final recipe. That's what creates the deliverable that is culture within your organization. Final thing I'd say to you, I hope that you are positively contributing to the culture within your organization. I hope that you're working to try to help include some of the people on the outer limits. I hope that you're working to build, conduit to the next department down the road, down the hall, or a field office that's down the road or across the state or around the world somewhere. I hope that you're working to contribute positively to the culture, because ultimately that's going to be what people experience when they interact with our organization. Thanks for joining me today on this edition of E3 Minutes for Life, and we'll see you next time.